This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are going back to something that I know and love, which is all the different ways of interacting and winning the game in blue-white control. And the reason for that is a good one. Number one, I really enjoy it. Sorry, haters. Number two is that I just set up a new PC. I spent the last day and a half not playing Arena, so other than a game or two on stream, I haven't played very much, so I don't have a million freshly cooked brews for you at the moment, but I'm gonna get back into it. It's amazing how long it takes to set up a PC. When I was back in my very young day, I remember the first PC that my mom brought home, and I remember how I was in it playing games in minutes, and now it feels like it takes a whole day of focused attention to set up your computer to the point where it feels like your computer, because they're so customized and they're such a part of our life that when we switch computers, it's a lot of work. Anyway, tangent. Basically, I feel like I lost about a day and a half, and now it's time to play some games, and I just want to play something I mostly know. And what we're trying out this time, because we never play the same deck twice, is we're trying out a win con built around Cavalier of Dawn. 4 of this bad boy. The Cavalier is a Vigilance 4/6. When it enters the battlefield, it turns a non-land permanent into a 3/3 Golem, and when it dies, it returns an artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. We have some sweet enchantments to get back, like Omen of the Sea, Birth of Meletis, and Elspeth Conquers Death, of course. But the other cool thing is, how do we use this Golem token? And while I tried some Thassa stuff, that turned out to be a very different deck. But my favorite thing is Glass Casket. So Glass Casket can take out the Golem in matchups where Glass Casket is bad and doesn't have good targets, and then later you can turn the Glass Casket into a Golem. Or this can just be really good early removal against mono red and such, and sometimes you use it on a Fervent Champion, and then later in the game when you play your Cavalier of Dawn, you give them back their Fervent Champion by blowing up your own Glass Casket, but you have a 3/3 and a 4/6, so you don't care. So that's an example of what the deck is going for. The one-ofs are for specific matchups that you want late in the game. Finale of Revelation to reset your deck can be a win con if they deal with your Cavaliers. Heliod's Intervention can blow up all their artifacts and enchantments, which is a thing against Cat Oven, is a thing against Clover. So food, those are games where you just can't really win without some big solution. Although Cavalier of Dawn does a better job blowing up Clovers than most of the cards typically in blue-white control. So yeah, a lot of 4-ofs, a couple of 1-ofs, 26 land. Because we have Cavalier of Dawn with its triple white cost and Narset with a double blue, we have to run some Tranquil Coves. But I found these pretty helpful because our curve is very 2-drop focused, and it tends to roll out just fine. All right, let's dive in to the brutal world of Magic Arena and let the absolute nonsense begin. We'll keep it. There's a Shatter the Sky. It will hopefully keep us from absolutely dying on turn 4. Ooh, do I want this? It's an untapped land that doesn't hurt me, so I might need that. Otherwise, bad things could happen if we're too reliant on these Hollowed Fountains. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to hit every land drop here. We want to play Shatter into Cavalier. I want it with Mountain Go. Are you on the big red deck? This is the part where you play Annex. Oh no. And us without... Oh wait, I have Heliod's Intervention. What am I doing? I guess they might have the Fires though. Let's see if they play Fires. But I should have not played the tap land there. I should have definitely played an untapped land. I'm gonna call it warm-ups. Ooh, they didn't cast anything. Weird. Oh, you want to pump this up? Okay, they're using Light Up the Stage. Okay. Regular red. Just a really weird slow draw for them. Grimrock coming down, okay. Double Annex maybe next turn. We'll wait for that. Oh, they still have 1 mana. It must be a shock. So yeah, we want to use the intervention to take out the Annex that is left over. And then Shatter the Sky. If they do nothing but attack, and they don't add anything else to the battlefield, we could play Omen of the Sea and then Cavalier of Dawn, or Elspeth Conquers Death. But I'm kind of hoping to catch an Embercleave here, and I think I will. Meow, here it comes. Infuriate. Sure. They're trying to pass to damage. I think we just have to take it. Sucks, but I just think we have to there. Or else the rest of our setup is going to go really poorly. So here they go, they're going to make a bunch of 1/1s. Once they figure out what to keep. Life is hard, it's full of tough choices. Alright, resolve. Resolve. Another light up the stage. And it reveals a land and another light up the stage. So great. Alright, so. Ping this. Take some more darks. Play this. Shatter the Sky. Ready, everybody? Turn it way down. Alright. Hopefully that didn't shatter the eardrums this time. 3rd Annex. Alright, looks like we have to take a Robber of the Rich next turn unless we're going to play Cavalier, but I really want to play Cavalier when I can blow up my own Omen, so let's go ahead and get the Elspeth Conquers Death on the board. We also have nothing in our graveyard, so we could Cavalier of Dawn our own Elspeth Conquers Death. Well, here they come. Here they all come. Earth. The Fairy. Alright, I guess we have to nuke them. Another turn would have been nice. Oh well. Get him. The haste continues. And it is getting to a very low life total. No Infuriate for the game? Not this time. Last card must be a land. We need life gain. That's life gain in its way. So, here we go. Here we go. Blow up the Omen. We'll go ahead and Glass Casket the champion just in case. And they scoop it up. Wow. With us at 4, I guess they don't have a way out. I'm kind of surprised by that scoop, but Red Mage got places to be. Alright. Life-gaining lands and planeswalkers. I'm nervous about this hand. It might get run over, but I'll give it a shot. We have the excellent, iconic duo of Teferi and Narset. We are up against control decks, that's where you want to be. We don't play any counterspells. Pretty much ignoring that for the power of Cavalier of Dawn and Elspeth Conquers Death. We just say we're going to blow up everything you play. Temple of Plenty. What manner of nonsense is this? Bant ramp? Yep. Alright, so we'll get the Omen down. Omen and Teferi are a good team. But we gotta do it in response to that, Teferi. Shatter the Sky, probably not useful. Dream Trawler is the only thing it's good against, and I think we'll find another. Our opponent hasn't ramped yet, so I'm not afraid of early Dream Trawler exactly.
I've got time.
Alright, so we want to get the Narset down since our opponent has a Teferi that they can minus. So, Glass Casket, only to see Narset, more Narset. Just try to always have a Narset against the Hydroid Krasis deck. You have to be ready for Nissa, though, which is about to come down. Elspeth Conquers Death says we can deal with Nissa, but not without losing the Narset, because we're on the frickin' draw. Alright, so what do? We could play Teferi and plus Teferi so that we have something to bounce the Narset land. I think that's solid. Or not the Narset land, the, you know what I'm saying. The Nissa land.
Let's try this.
See, we're going to be able to activate this, may as well. There's a Birth, there's a Shatter. I feel like I have enough land. And having a Shatter on backup duty for that eventual Dream Trawler seems okay. Now let's get our Scry. Do not need another Temple right now. So let's see, does the opponent go Nissa, animate thingy, beat up my Narset? Nope. Wonder what they can do. Sad Uro. Love it. Love Sad Uro. The Uro that does not draw a card. Just a 3-mana ramp spell from hand. Like, that's not bad. Barry's thinking about something, but yeah, we're just gonna plus here. Alright. So I would love to have a Cavalier of Dawn set up on the board, because then we're not as afraid of Nissa. We can play this because we might play a tap land and at some point hold up mana. So, Cavalier of Dawn. Blow up you. The Fairy can minus on it, but I'm not too worried about that. And I want the Cavalier of Dawn to get me back an Omen if it dies. Yep. Now we start the Elspeth of conquering the death. The Fairy may as well blow this up. Alright, my turn. My turn to do the thing. Although we could just leave this here, but right now it does animate an Uro, but the Uro doesn't do anything. But I can't have it making my spells cost too much mana, so out of there. Then we will bounce it.
Enough, I've got it.
Boom. Three of them. Okay. Oh boy. There's so much Elspeth on Elspeth crime. And they take out the Narset, so we're going to want to replay a Narset. Oh, they're going to Teferi their own Elspeth Conquers Death. Sure. Of course you are. So we have backup Teferi. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Interesting spot, though. Do we Elspeth away our opponent's Teferi, and then they Elspeth away our Elspeth, we Elspeth away our Elspeth? I think we just Elspeth every turn here, right? If we can get rid of if we get rid of this Teferi here, we'll have a Teferi in the graveyard. But I don't think that's really worth it. I think the opponent will target this Elspeth Conquers Death anyway, but we'll see. We will see. It might hit the Teferi, which would be bad. But then I can play another Teferi and bounce if I want to. Yep, the Bant matchup is a stupid one, everybody. So, Teferi or Elspeth? Elspeth it is. Because they don't know about other Elspeth here. Dun dun da da. Bounce it back, because we can. And play the Narset. And ticket. And we'll grab the Birth. We only need one Shatter in hand at a time. This will help us hit land drops. Just exile it all, baby. There's the Dream Trolls. Yep, I guess you know what's coming for you then. So with 2 cards in hand, is there anything to be said for trying to mess with them? I don't think so, but we'll activate this.
Contain your brain. I have just the
There's the
trick.
finale, but I don't want it yet. We don't have enough land. Although, the opponent can't really deal with it, can they? Like, there's no Dovin's Veto. There's nothing they can do to hit the hand. So we'll show them the look of impending doom. We want to make sure that we have 4 mana open to cast Shatter the Sky. So we have Birth here. We can play both Births here.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could just play this now and then we wouldn't have to discard, which may as well. I was going to do it on my opponent's turn. They wouldn't get to draw the extra card after their draw step because of Narset anyway, but it's fine. And then, this is on 1. I could play another Narset and have that ready for next turn. That's more mana efficient. And now there's a Narset in the graveyard, so we can get it back with an Elspeth Conquers Death. Might have been a problem before. Yeah, let's just keep grabbing lands. Now that we have our end game established. Here's Nissa.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
Yes, Nissa, protect the virtue. Probably kills Narset.
Harness the elements.
Tries to set up the Hydroid Krasis. Okay. I mean, they can use Z to undo that, but now they can't. Think that was an oops.
Sit this one out.
But, by the way, if you ever do that, if you tap your creature when you meant to attack with it and add mana to your mana pool, you can use Z to undo that. Just, you know. Letting you know. Letting you know, gamers. Now the opponent's trying to do something with 4 mana and a Teferi. I don't know what.
Don't worry, I got it.
Okay, that turn went horribly awry. I think they got way too excited to see Nissa.
I'll protect you.
Alright, so we'll play this. We'll Elspeth Conquers Death. Bye-bye, Nissa. We'll tick this one down.
Keep an open
There's another Shatter the Sky, but there's also a Glass Casket, which is really ideal for this breeding pool. Do I care about this Teferi? Not while I have a Narset and they have nothing worth bouncing. Like, they could get rid of my wall. Is that really an achievement? Do they unlock anything for that? I don't think so. And they're going to scoop that up. Oh man, did that turn go badly for them. But I don't think they were going to win that game anyway. I guess we're using omens to try to bridge into an epic shattering of the sky, so... Okay, it's a plan. It's a plan. Being on the draw, sometimes you're dead before you get to do it. But we accept that this is what our deck is. This is how it works. It's a mountain. Alright, let's see if they mulligan into like 3 Fervent Champions. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. That's what you're here for. For the runaway Steamkins and the... Nope. Nope. Oh, God. Oh, the tilt. The tilt is so real, you guys. It's so real. Then you draw a 5-drop. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. That's how this works. And an Annex. Alright, I guess we lose. We need to draw exactly like a Glass Casket here. So let's try to set up the card on top to be something they can't use. Elspeth Conquers Death, too slow. Shatter, too slow. We're just going to put both of these away and draw and try to get lucky. Okay. And they get something that's very slow. I'm sure they'll curve out and make great use of it, though. Glass Casket, take the Annex. Not quite dead. If we get Ember Cleaved, we're mostly dead. Please. Oh my god. That's just too mean. On the mulligan you do this to me? On the mulligan. Alright, so now we have to find another glass casket, or we can play Shatter, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, which is what we're going to take next turn anyway, so I guess we're shattering here. And they draw a card. It's about the worst Shatter the Sky I've ever seen. Would have won easily on the play. Would have glass casketed like the robber. Found another glass casket for another annex. Shatter their sky. Play Cavalier of Dawn, get ahead of them. But there you go. There you go. That's the way it works. Doesn't get uglier. There's nothing uglier in this world. We're on the draw again, relying on Shatter. Maybe, like, these hands are unkeepable. Maybe 4 glass caskets in the deck and 4 Teferis. Maybe it's just not enough, right? I don't know. It doesn't feel like I shouldn't be mulliganing Wraths. I'm old school. I remember when that was good. I remember when that was really good. Oh, well. Let's hold this for the Annex. I don't think my opponent would keep a hand with Robber of the Rich and no 1-drop without an Annex. But maybe I'm wrong. Yep. Easy. Take my Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Feels good, man. Give me that. Now let's see if this opponent, on the play, can draw multiple Annex like the last one did. It's just so great. So great to play against that multiple games in a row, you guys. I can't stress how good it feels. What to do? I have an Elspeth Conqueror's Death, but I feel like I need to shatter this. The opponent will have 2 1/1s. They might still Embercleave me. Yeah. Get Embercleaved, boys. If we have an untapped land, we're okay. If we don't, we're in trouble. This is why people hate ladder, for those of you wondering. Some of you actually wonder why I don't play ranked on a daily basis. I know, because you leave the comments. Because this is not fun. I need an untapped land here or a glass casket. I think anything else and I'm falling too far behind. Alright, that's not it. Pretty sure we just lost the game on the basis of these being temples. Okay. I guess it could still be an Embercleave. It's always an Embercleave, right? Oh, it's a Rimrock Knight. Well, that's game 2. I mean, that's too many creatures now. Let's see, wall. Well, not necessarily. It's close. They just need to draw a point of damage, which I believe they'll figure out how to do. But we can blow this up, make a 3/3. Right now, we're going to 1. No, wait, they have a castle, so we lose. Never mind. Never mind. There's nothing I hate in my whole life more than losing multiple games to red. Nothing. So this is it. This is my last stand. If blue-white fails, I'm not playing it for the rest of the season. This is your last chance. If you can't beat... If you lose to one more red deck, I think I just can't play this deck anymore. It's too heartbreaking. It's too painful. At least it's not red. So we'll see what's going on here. I can go get me planes. All right. Well, quench or no? All right, cool. Growth spiral. I'll take it. Bant again. Sweet. So do I bounce the birth to get another wall? I think we try to save up and play Elspeth Conquers Death, but right now the opponent's probably going to ECD before I ECD. So I really do need to get this card. I can at least wait a turn. They're not going to ECD me this turn. I can decide on this later. Oh no, this is going to blow up. So I won't have a good bounce target. But I don't think my life will rely on that plains. Oh, nice. I can bounce the glass casket. Pretty good. So we'll play this. Go get another plains. Play the casket. Get the Krasis. Nice. All right. Now you can have it back. Comes back as a 0. So I get to draw my card after all. And I still have my casket for something else. Brilliant! I know. Play your Nissa. Thank you.
I protect that which cannot protect itself. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Blocks. Thank you, Wall. Good job.
I've got it.
I guess you are fine. Bye, Nissa. Alright, keep it coming. And don't dream trawler me right now. I'm in the process of doing cool things. Okay. Had a feeling they might have their own, which is too bad. I would have loved to bounce my own Elspeth Conquers Death there, but it looks like I'm going to fail at that job. Ugh. Alright. These draws are getting ugly. So I could take away their land. Right now, they're not getting much back, so it's not the end of the world. I'm just trying to think if I want to use this to draw. I can definitely hold out for some better permanent to bounce.
I've got time.
But with another Teferi in hand, it does feel like I'm not accomplishing enough. So let's see if the opponent can line up something to go to this graveyard to make this better. Right now they're getting a 1/1 Krasis. That's something. So maybe we do need to bounce this casket just to get the Krasis. Oh, they do have it. And we've flooded out. Oh, man. This is not looking good, everybody. And now we need to find Shatter the Sky, and this is way too expensive. We're going to lose. We are doomed. All right. That's none of you are Shatter the Sky. So as great as Elspeth Conquers Death is, it's got to go. And then we can bounce this to get a card deeper. I think the opponent might still attack the Teferi anyway. Could also bounce the casket to be ready for the 1/1 Hydrate Krasis, but if we find a Shatter the Sky, we're fine. So, yep, let's do this rather than use the scry.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness, the flood is so extreme. Alright, they get their bonus card, they get their massive lifelinkiness. Put an upkeep stop in case we need to dig extremely deep for a shatter. Oh, and it's going straight to a spiral. Okay. And again. Alright, they've hit a lot of land. What do they do with 3 mana? Teferi? What do you got? Uro. Alright. That's not good for us either. No Narsets have shown up this time, and Narset was a key part of why we were able to hang with the Bant ramp deck last time. There's the Shatter and the Narset. I will take both. This is fine. This is great. No need for that upkeep scry now. Any reason to do it during their turn? No. We just want to get the Narset and the Shatter. So I guess we conceal because we might hit another Shatter here. Let's try to scry a non-land into place so that this doesn't whiff, which is a serious problem with this deck. Sometimes, like right there.
Fury will only hone your prowess.
Okay, let's take another Narset rather than another Shatter. Or do we want another Shatter? I think more Narset is where it's at. Oops. Habits. Can't remember to save your ears every time. Just not in my abilities. Alright, so there's a Shatter and an Elspeth Conquers Death down here. We want to shuffle this deck next turn with this Fabled Passage. Here's Sad Uro. Love it. Your own Teferi.
Stand by and watch. Trust me, I have a plan.
I also have a plan, so let's shuffle first. Alright. See what we hit with the Narset.
So much commotion. Meditate. And
Another
prepare.
Teferi is fine. So we can play this Teferi. Last chance for instance. Alright.
I'm known for my
Give the opponent back their island.
That's more like it.
And we'll Casket lock the Uro. I don't like this bare battlefield for Nissa. It makes me nervous. Especially since I don't have an answer right now. But, alas. I think we still play other Narset.
If you wish to surrender
Now there's a Narset in the graveyard. The opponent could definitely have an Elspeth Conquers Death right now. Finale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, 11, 12. So we're going to want the finale soon, but we don't want it just yet. I think I'll take an Elspeth Conquers Death. It solves the problems we need to solve. Like Nissa.
Through this land, we are all connected. Behold, nature's true power.
I have to get that Narset back. So let's see if the opponent bounce. No, they didn't bounce the glass casket. I thought they might, but they didn't. Okay. So plus here.
Let's try this.
We could let the opponent animate another land, take their Teferi out. We have enough mana to play Teferi Time Raveler and bounce our own Elspeth Conquers Death. But I think letting the opponent have a Nissa with all this land, I mean, they can already Hydroid Krasis for 1 million. Not like we're taking something away from them. This is a very interesting spot. I know I want this. But what do I want to exile? And then I want to bounce it. So I feel like I let the opponent have the Nissa. And that might turn out wrong, but with minimal cards here, like if they do a massive Krasis, their Krasis was going to be huge anyway.
Trust me.
And this makes my Shatter hit more things.
Hey, no! I am not making this up as I go.
Okay, Scry. Okay. Might end up regretting all of this. But I took a line. We'll see how it turns out.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Yep. Down to 23. Elspeth Conquers Death. Thinking. Alright, Nissa down. Aether Gust your own Nissa, okay. So I think what we do is we play the tap land, make a 1/1 to block here, and then do Elspeth Conquers Death and Shatter the Sky next turn.
Witness the ties that bind us all. The land
Here they
fights
come.
for us.
Shave off a little bit of that damage. We know they didn't have a Krasis before, and we know they don't have one now because they put the Nissa on top of their deck, so we're okay. They gonna do it again? I will pay. Guess that was a dispute of frustration is how I would describe it. Ah, sorry. Your ears. I get 2 in the moment. I get 2 into the moment. Narset. Sweet. Let's grab a Teferi. Add a loyalty. Teferi can bounce the Elspeth Conquers Death. And then we can play another Narset. And then we can work on finding Finale to wrap up the game. And the Bant player can't take it. Yeah. Shuffler's fine. Yep. Let's do it. Why not? I have life to pay, don't I? On the draw against red, I always have a lot of life to just throw around. This is great. We'll figure it out. Run away. Run away and save your life. Yeah, we'll just throw you in the box. Nothing good has ever come from letting a Steamkin live. They might have an Annex. They might punish me for this, but by God, I'm gonna try. I gotta let that robber live, and they might get to play our Narset. That could be gross. They don't like it. But if we're lucky, they don't top deck a land. They don't curve out perfectly for once. They play another creature. Okay. And then we blow up their stuff. Look at all the... Look, they're taking all of my goodies. Oh, third Narset. Feels nice. So what do? There is something to playing the Narset if the opponent attacks it with the robber. We might get a better Shatter. On the other hand, we get punished if the opponent draws third land, and then they play an Annex. So I think we just have to nuke them. Since we have a Cavalier of Dawn on the way, and next turn could be Birth and Narset, I feel like we've got enough going on to just try to get way ahead of them here and take the wind out of their robber of the rich sails. Why do I play Magic? So pointless. Alright, we should blow that up before they get to cast any of this. Okay, we drew a glass casket. Good. So we take their robber, I think, and then we play a Narset. The other option is we play a Cavalier and blow up their robber, and then we have a glass casket to throw on the 3/3 golem next turn. But if they draw land, they have Embercleave, and they go right through our Cavalier of Dawn, which could be bad. I still think it's worth it, though. I think it's worth the risk. Just no, no, no. Make them deal with 4/6 Vigilance. Make them draw the land again, like they did last turn. Okay. Oh, they went to the Annex, though, and we have the casket, so I'm feeling okay. And the Fervent Champ. Cool. Ooh, Heliod's Intervention. That can blow up the Annex and the 3/3 token. I still think I'd rather just take the Annex away, though. Let's do that. I don't know why they feel the need to play the pretty bird singing when you use the glass casket. It's like they really have to add this forest atmosphere. Don't know if you could hear it there, but... So, we could hold up the Intervention to hit this and the Embercleave, which I really like. But I'm at 14, and I also don't, like... If I shock this out and do nothing, the opponent knows what I have, or at least they have an idea. I think we play the Narset, because if the opponent uses the Embercleave to attack the Narset, we're pretty happy about that. I also am not sure they have a cleave based on what I saw, but let's take this Shatter the Sky. That'll send them a message. That will send a message. Oh, yes. Sweet, sweet vengeance. Vengeance upon the Red Mage. Vengeance upon the robbers. Anybody else have this problem where you say, one more game of ranked. When I get to that platinum, that bigger platinum, I will stop. That's when I'll quit. Yes, of course. Hey, we're on the play. This is lovely. I'd forgotten this feeling. Hello. Oh wait, I'm supposed to emote it. Social distancing, day 27. The day I started vocalizing my emotes. Nice. Your go. Leafkin Druid. Maybe some elementals in the house. Sure, our matchup with elementals is interesting. I don't know if it's good. Anyway, Narset, come on down.
The focus and keep an open mind.
Teferi, welcome to the party. The team is coming together. They play a Risen Reef. I'm just gonna Shatter the Sky or something. Can't have this Risen Reef doing all this nonsense. Not good for anyone. Oh, I mean, maybe it's good for the opponent. They shocked in to keep this Druid open. Do you think they actually have something for 1 green? I don't think they do. More Narset, yes. Cover your ears and hold on to your butts. Omnath can clear the Narset here, which, you know, sad. And there it is. So now we see if we can top deck the land. If we top deck a land, we have Elspeth Conqueror's Death. If we fail to, we have to dig for it. Looks like we have to work. Gotta work for it. Okay, lands for days, no problem. So, Sacrificial Narset, we could put it out there and then put it to the bottom, or we could just play this Teferi and bounce their Omnath and make them play it again. The Omnath will kill the Teferi. It's a little unfortunate. We could also bounce the Omen of the Sea for value later. But making them use their mana makes sense.
I won't. No, I am not making this up as I go.
I love playing this deck because it feels like you're driving this vehicle And the eventual end goal is you with like a million cards and full control of the board, and you're just every twist and turn you're trying to get it to that spot. Like, I know where I want the game to end, and it's with me having all the toys. So we just kind of work our way to it. Wow, double reef. Those have to die. Wow. Just wow. They drew 3 Risen Reefs, and now they hit all this land. If they have a Hydroid Crisis, we are wrecked, but they let the Teferi live. So that's a thing.
I've got time.
Go get another Plains. I think we have to Shatter. And since we don't want anything to resolve anyway, when do we Shatter? I guess we Shatter on their turn. Let them commit to the board with something on the stack, then we Shatter probably. Or with these about to attack. Okay. Cover your eardrums. I never realized how much Shattering of the Sky I did in a given video. So much Shattering of the Sky. So the opponent's going to get to draw a whole bunch of cards off these Fabled Passages, which is really gross. But we're almost done with Risen Reefs, unless they have like Thunderkin Awakener, ways to get it back from the graveyard. I do feel like something bad though is going to come out of this. Does the opponent also have Cavalier of Dawn, something like that to play? They're nosing around in my yard. Yep. Now do they find Uro? Like that, their deck is all revved up and ready to go as well. It's a big problem. I mean, look at how many cards they got to draw this turn because they hit Fabled Passages off those 2 Risen Reefs. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, Conquer Death. Exile the Omnath, because that's drawing cards every turn. The opponent might have another, but we'll make them show it. Gross. Yep, they found their endgame. They found it. Are they taking Elspeth Conquers Death? They are? I don't see a Thassa. We could take this hit and save our wall to defend a Planeswalker for another turn. I think I will. Alright, how do I get rid of this agent? I could blow it up with Cavalier of Dawn. Now we have Rev. So I think the play we start with is Narset and try to find better options.
I have practiced again. Meditate and prepare.
It's not it. That is not it, everybody. Do we just hope they don't have Thassa? If I blow up my own Elspeth Conquers Death, when this dies, I get it back. We'll try.
I got this.
All 4 Fabled Passage. Man, without those 2 Fabled Passages for that refill, I feel like I should have been in this game. We just dropped too many cards there. But we'll see. It depends what else they have. How much action they can put together. They're like a good card or 2 away, though, from being tremendously ahead. I need them to be on close to nothing. Like, how are those Leafkin Druids looking for you? You know, that's what I need. Good. So we can block here, get back Elspeth Conquers Death. I wonder why nothing else attacked. Really? Take the Teferi, bounce your own agent. Easy, right? So easy. Still nosing around my graveyard. Not sure what that's about. Not like they have a strong graveyard interactive element of their own. I guess they're really trying to debate what to take. And they keep the Teferi. They don't bounce the agent. Okay. And here's the Leafkin Druid. There's a Cavalier of Dawn. Alright, what do we want? Shatter the Sky. Can blow away all these agents, but then they get to keep their Cavalier of Thorns. Really bad. So if the opponent had a Thassa or a way to redo the agent, they would have played it. So I think what I want here is to take out my own Teferi. Sad. And I want to be able to keep the Narset in the field, but I can't. The opponent can attack it down anyway. We can just play out this Glass Casket and take this, but I wish I'd taken Birth of Meletis now to keep hitting land drops. I have regrets. Like, missing a land drop here might come back to haunt me big time. It's gonna take this down, though. It gives me something to bounce with Teferi later. We're just trying to dodge Thassa long enough to blow these up. And then we also have to try to exile this so that it doesn't get something back. How am I going to pull all that off? I don't know. Don't know. Opponent wants to go after the Narset to make sure that dies. Gives me a free block here on the Cavalier. I think I'm going to Shatter. That's what I should do. I'm not sure I'm going to Shatter. I might just Cavalier of Dawn myself. Blow up the Glass Casket. Have another way to get back in Elspeth Conqueror's Death. There's none in the graveyard yet, though. Third agent. Seems good. Dude. Wow. Epic. Epic gamer. Alright. Ooh, we can Shatter and we can play this. But again, if we Shatter, the opponent gets a card of choice from graveyard. What would it be? Actually, there's nothing too scary here except another Cavalier. Oh, but they get one of these agents. Unless I blow this up first. So I could target it with Cavalier of Dawn, then they set something, then I blow everything up. Or I could blow this up, which I think is more important, to be honest. So they get another 3/3. Now if I blow everything up, they get back an agent, which I hate. But there's nothing really to take. That's the bright side. There's nothing to steal. Alright. Careers again. I hate that they get this, like, first grab here with the agent, but even if they go Agent Thassa here, we go Elspeth Conqueror's Death, and hopefully we have enough mana also to ferry it back. Uh-huh. Another land. Let the grind continue. We're on a draw 7 with the Revelation. I would love to actually get it a lot higher, but frickin' agent, let's steal your land. Cavalier. Bins a Thassa. And an Uro, that's big. Now they get to start doing nasty graveyard stuff. Yeah, their deck is running. Running at speed. And I just can't seem to get this 2 threats a turn thing under control without also having to dance around the Agent of Treachery. It's so nasty. Alright, that's not a land. So we know they drew something good. They are on 21 cards in deck, but I don't actually foresee that being how this game ends. They'll probably scoop before then. Anyway, let's conquer the death. Let's exile the Uro, I think. Letting this thing attack would be just too nasty. Let's play the Teferi. Bounce it. Be ready to do it again. Keep hitting land? Yes, please. We need to because the agent will eventually just start taking our land, which matters more than you think. Opponent's gone face with the Cavalier before when looking at this Teferi. What are they going to do this time? They're going to go face. They're going to growth spiral, but they draw land. Would you like to play your agent? There isn't much to take, and they might be trying to save it up to hit this Elspeth Conquers Death, and they do. So we've got this nice little sequence again.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Exile your Cavalier. And it looks like they drew just enough dead cards to give us a chance here.
Right on schedule.
Keep it coming.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Scry. Caskets for days, but I don't think that's what I really need. I could take this, but I don't think that actually matters. There's 2 agents in the yard. So there might be one more, and there's probably a Thassa or 2. The opponent with Storm's Wrath. This looks... could be my version of the deck, in which case they play 3 Storm's Wrath, 2 Thassas, 3 agents. I think that was the split. But there would be 4 Uros, so there's a lot more Uros to come. And here's the Storm's Wrath. Kill the Teferi. How we doing on mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Can I do it? Yes! Right on time. No maximum hand size. Prepare to live your best life. So I think we want the Narset on the field. The opponent might steal that. Could be bad. We could also do nothing. I mean, the opponent is sitting on an Agent of Treachery over here. Having a Narset on the field is just something we'd have to exile of our own. I'm not sure what the right play is. I think we'll just use our Omen of the Sea and say go. Or start making 1/1s. But usually this is a lot to overcome once there's no maximum hand size anymore. We're not bound by the laws of mere mortals in Magic the Gathering. We now walk to a higher plane. One where we have no maximum hand size. One where we do whatever we wish, to whoever we wish, as much as we wish. All right. So again, we're on 12. So that's 2 activations and an Omen. Not bad. But we'll make them make the move. If we give them nothing good to control, there's not much for them to do. All right, they can have that. Obviously, I can't do too much about it right this second. I'm not a counterspell deck, which I'm sure they've figured out by now, but they have 15 cards left. So if I play a Narset, they actually get to do more stuff and they deck slower. So we won't play Narset till we actually need something. And besides, the Narset we play gets stolen. So here it comes. Uro is back. They draw land. Or not. They have, like, we want them to force them to play an agent to steal a castle. That's where we want to be. And I think we'll get there. Make tokens, play Omen. More land, not necessary here. More Omen, always welcome. Alright, Glass Casket, come on down. Do your job. Turn them sideways. Castles for days. So Teferi's job is to bounce Elspeth Conquers Death. We don't want to play Elspeth Conquers Death until we have a target. Fine. So that's why we're holding Teferi back. Because if we just play Teferi and minus it to draw an Omen or something, that's unnecessary. If we play Teferi and plus it, Agent steals it. Like, so we just want to force them. Just want to force them into using this Agent badly. And then we exile it. So there you go. What's the target? One of my castles? This one? All right, let's activate it. Now they go for Thassa? Sure. Achievement unlocked. I don't have an instant speed way to stop this. Heliod's Intervention destroys. This is indestructible. So it's all up to Elspeth Conquers Death to finish this job. They're going after the castles. I could try to set it up to deck them by letting them have like 3 of my permanents, and then they start drawing 3 cards a turn, but I don't think that's what we would consider a very safe road to take. All right, exile you. Exile you. Play Teferi. Get back one of them so that we're ready for the next wave. There's always more. The opponent with the good game. I think that means we're done here. And yes, Cav Control takes on the Elementals. 1 win from that crucial Plat 1 status, but it'll have to wait because that game was a marathon. Back for the breakdown, we didn't see Heliod's Intervention super shine, but I do think it's an important part of the deck. And we saw Finale of Revelation do its thing in the long, grindy matchup where you absolutely need that answer. We saw game plans shaped around Elspeth Conquers Death and how to execute them, so I hope that was really helpful. And we saw that a lack of counterspells doesn't mean that you can't just exile and take everything away from your opponents when they go for a long game. We also saw that being on the draw against red is extremely painful. The only cards relevant in the first 3 turns of the game are Glass Casket and Teferi, and kind of Birth of Meletis, but we saw that that is very easily overcome by a red mage. So really prioritize these cards, and may the robber of the rich not just completely rob you blind. I like the deck. I think that the blue-white version with Fae of Wishes that I played for patrons that helped me get to Diamond last season is my favorite version. Basically, you cut the Cavaliers completely for Fae of Wishes, and then you run a wish board full of good stuff. I love that deck. Like, it is really close to this build, but Cavalier of Dawn has its place. The very large board and the sizable bodies against red and in the mid-range matchups make a big difference, and having trinkets around for them to blow up like the caskets and the births really makes them play all the better. The Omen of the Sea as well. Also a Narset on 1 is something you can often target if you just want a golem. So yeah, blue-white, you know I love it. Not gonna stop playing it for nobody from my cold dead hand. And yeah, you will, if you are like me, try really shake it up. I know you love Dream Trawler. I know how much you love the Trawler, but like there's different pluses and minuses to all kinds of different win cons. And the engine of the deck that shuts down everything the opponent does, that's the important part. The actual winning of the game, you can mess with all kinds of things and have all kinds of fun with. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Also, only play blue-white if you are a glutton for punishment. You have to, this is a labor of love type deck. I'm not saying blue-white is tier 1. I'm not even saying it's competitive. Best of 1, you are signing up for beating. You do it because you love it. All right. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh man, before I go, the hot announcements, right? So it's Wednesday, so today we're doing a deck idea stream, and I'm taking ideas from Ikoria, as well as ideas that exist in the game now. So we might be doing some Ikoria pre-brewing. By the time you watch this, that will have already happened. But if you like to see me build decks around ideas and see my deck building process, come to Twitch on Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. And I Twitch stream Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Thursday, that's the day you're probably watching this, is a Deck Doctor stream where you bring links to your decks and I review and give feedback and pointers what I would do with a similar build. So maybe you'll enjoy that. Come on out to Twitch. And thank you everybody for the comments on the... When I said leave a comment if you stayed till the end, that video was set to be like about my 7th or 8th most played video, which isn't like within 30 days or within 15 days, whatever it is, whatever the metrics are. But basically that's not great. But when those comments started hitting, it went straight up to number 1. It was the greatest example I've seen in a long time that comments really matter. So if you are watching this, leave any comment, anything you like, anything you're feeling. It helps get this video seen by more people, which helps support me, which keeps me coming back day after day. So that is something you can do on the cheap, on the freemium. And thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.